Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. As you can see, it's a Let's Talk video again. You know, I do these mostly on a Sunday. Sometimes I might not have a video, so it will be beauty, but I'm trying to keep to a schedule, and it comes to me when it comes to me, but this time it is really important. As you can see from the title, this is Let's Talk, a donor for Rhona. And Rhona is my mum. If you didn't know already, she is the only parent I have left. I've spoken about my dad's death a little bit on the channel, but yeah, my mum is currently looking for a kidney donor. So I'll talk about that a little bit more because I feel like I can't just come out and say that. But basically, she got really poorly a couple of years ago. In fact, a few years ago, she started having really bad problems with the one kidney that she has. She's always had one functional kidney, and adults can survive on that, and that's absolutely fine. However, when she got kidney stones, it obviously deteriorated, and then the kidney function just continued to deteriorate until 2 years ago, she was extremely poorly. So she went on holiday, and when she got back, it was Style XL, which was the event that I'd put on, and she was with me, and she just did not feel right at all. She ended up being hospitalised and was in hospital for a good few months. We were travelling to see her all the time, of which I find really uncomfortable doing that, because I spent most of my teenage years, or early teenage years, and late sort of, you know, double figures from the age of 10 till about 15, doing that with my dad, and it's so hard. It's such a hard memory to bring back, but obviously you go and see your mum, you know, we're adults. So she was really poorly, and they ended up making the decision that her kidneys had failed, and they couldn't really do any operations. At the time, she wasn't feeling well enough, and they ended up putting her on dialysis, and she's been on dialysis for the last year and a half, and it's been really difficult for her because it's 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, and for 6 hours a day she has to sit in a room, which is a really dingy sort of room. It's not in a hospital, it's a completely off-site place. They have beds. It's like having a ward, basically, like an external ward. So she's been quite demoralised, really, having to do that. She's there, always on the machine. She's always like, she just feels like it's just so monotonous, and she's sick of it. So she was talking with her friends, and her friends decided that they were going to set up a Facebook page called A Donor for Rhona. I'll link that down below, because it might help getting the message out there. Basically, if you are looking for a donor or waiting for a donor, if nobody else matches, which there was a match in the family, however, their kidney function wasn't quite up to the right standard. So unfortunately, that meant that that was a fail. And it was, do you know what? We really thought that that was, it was going to happen, and we were so excited. But when we found out that their kidney function was 10% less than the required, I think that was a real blow. So she's looking for a kidney. She has O negative blood type. So if you, I believe if you're O blood type, either negative or positive, you might be a match. So that would be the first thing. You need to know what you are. So check that out. I think you can do it otherwise, but it's less likely to take. Like, you know, if you're having somebody else's organ implanted in yours, there's a lot of challenges that come along with that. However, she's been on a lot of drugs that help her to help her body prepare for having something else like that. They're ready for it. So when you're waiting for a donor, you're basically waiting for somebody to donate their organs that are deceased, that have signed up to be an organ donor, of which I have done for when I pass away. That's something that I want to do. A successful transplant from a deceased donor is around 90% successful, which is fantastic. However, if anybody that was living donated a kidney, then it would be 97%, which is a much better odds. Granted, they're still high, but 97% compared to 90 is just amazing. So this donor for Rhona is actually just looking for somebody who's just willing to altruistically give her life back, basically. Somebody who is giving us our life back. And I know that this is probably something that is quite difficult for some people because, you know, she's in her mid-60s, and I guess people are going to be thinking, well, she's old, but you don't want to be losing both your parents so early in life. I suppose maybe I'm not so early now, but you do feel like you want to try and do anything, don't you? I don't want to cry because I've got loads of things to film today. I think the thing is, she really just doesn't want to die. She doesn't want to die. She loves life. There are people out there who do. There are people out there who would happily not be here anymore. I say happily, but there are people here who don't have a zest for life. I know a few people who feel like that, and it's sad. But she tells me all the time, I really love living. I think it's amazing. And it's so, I've never got upset about it because, I don't want to cry. Now, I don't want to be selfish and say I don't want her to die. Of course, you know, we are selfish about our family, aren't we? But it's not about not wanting her to die because of me. Because, you know, of course it's sad, but you can't live your life by people's deaths. But it's more to do with the fact that I want her to enjoy the rest of her life. I want her to live and enjoy living. She does now, and she doesn't want to go. She just can't see it being long term on dialysis. 10 years on dialysis just isn't possible. So really we're just doing a bit of a, can you help? Like, if you can at least we're not saying can you donate a kidney. I'm not asking for you to do that. I think it's such an incredible thing if people do, but I'm just asking you to spread the word. There may be somebody who really wants to do this, who really wants to do something for the greater good, for somebody they don't know. For me, I mean, like, you don't have to do anything for me, but it would be amazing if that happened. And I just think the internet is such a powerful tool, and she agrees, and that's why she's put this page up. So I'll link it down below. If you want to learn more, then there's a lot of information on there. There's pictures of my mum. She looks amazingly happy, and she is. Generally she is happy. It's just she says it all on that page. So I would love for you, if you can, to share it, to, you know, raise awareness as much as you can, and just help. It would be great. So thank you so much for watching. I'm actually not going to monetize this because I'm not going to put any ads on this one at all. I just don't feel like it's a necessary thing. So hopefully this message will get out further. Some people switch off when there's ads, so I don't want to do that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you can help. Bye guys.